Chris here from Production Coaching Civil Earthworks. In this short video, I want to change it up to a leadership positive, and this one comes down to obviously life lessons that I've learned along the way, and just experiences that I've had in the last few months. So in this case here, in this one here, we're at a pre-start, and we're standing around, and the leadership team and the management team, they brought this to us for the team, for us employees, and I thought it was spot on, and very not necessarily clever as in clever, but very just spot on. I can't really elaborate on much more than that. So obviously they're talking in the way of us employees on how a good team will operate. And obviously tenacity, and that's having a firm grip of what we're going to do and what the task is. And you need to know what we're doing. Energy of the individual person, and the energy that you bring and that you put into your work. And obviously a positive attitude is absolutely very important to when you're actually in a team environment, even when you're actually just working and your daily approach to work and how you come to work. If you come to work with a positive attitude, majority of the time you're just going to have a better day. If you wake up and you're hating and dreading coming to work, well, that's usually how your day will flow on, unfortunately. And measured at the end. They were roughly discussing how we're all measured to some degree, whether it be someone in management, CEOs are even measured, employees, we're measured, and even leadership. So I like that, but I wanted to elaborate on it a bit more, because when I've had the opportunity in the past for doing leadership roles, when I first started, I had the opportunity to do a little bit of supervision in a different industry, but supervision itself, and I made an absolute meal of it, and I didn't get the best out of the team, and it wasn't their fault. It was because I come up short. So I brought this one up. I'm just bringing up different, it's not limited to, but different keywords that could embody what a great leader would be. And some of these are life lessons that I've learnt to adapt and try to actually use in my own approach. Now, when I talk about leadership, I am obviously talking about, say, supervision, leading hands or foremen, but also for people that possibly could be leading up to leadership roles, and the people that actually are in a leadership role per se, they don't have that title, but they just say there's someone that's been in the industry for 20 years and they're sharing positive, great information. They're leading in the sense of coaching and training. So it doesn't actually just solely mean supervised managers or supervision and foremen and stuff. So I've got a few words that I thought would really embody. So listener, as a leader, it is important to actually listen, because as a crew, if you're leading a crew, they're going to pick up very quickly if you are not willing to actually listen, and that's usually if you're cutting them off, or just possibly even ignoring them. Keeping in mind, just say if some leaders, they may need to cut you off if you're an employee just not even speaking the right way. So there's sometimes a point to cut someone off, not in a rude way, obviously, in a positive leadership style, but actually being someone that listens to different people's perspectives, point of views, and just taking it in and just evaluating and seeing if it is actually worth actually taking on some of their quality, it would be just creative thought. That's the right word I was chasing. Creative thought, because several minds are a lot better than one sole mind that's working on an autocratic leadership style. In some cases. In other cases, autocratic leadership styles are key, because you need them, because you can't actually divert from the path that is that you've got to go. For example, policies and stuff. You can't not have a policy and not actually live and run by it. So empathy, another good one, and that's obviously just meaning, just honestly caring for the people that you lead and actually wanting the best out of them, wanting to see them grow in the company and grow as people in the industry, and just seeing their growth in general, empathy, and giving them that chance to actually get there. Assertive is a key one for leadership, but it also comes with a fine line between being assertive and tipping over that point where you're actually aggressive or arrogant. It's a tough one, and that's probably one of the ones in my life lesson that I learned. I thought it was appropriate to raise my voice from time to time, and I lost the motivation out of these guys because they sure as hell don't want to be spoken to like that, and no one does. You want to be direct in the point of view that if you're communicating, it's better to leave out the information that isn't actually required at that time. Just be direct with what your task is and what you want them to do, and just don't beat around the bush, really. Empowering is a good one. You want to empower them. I think I touched on a little bit with empathy in that. You want to empower them to actually bring their creative thought. You want them to actually feel as if they can come and actually communicate and offer ideas and suggestions, and actually feel that you're actually listening and you're taking into account that if it is beneficial or not. If it isn't beneficial, try to give them feedback on that and why you can't do it their way, because a lot of the time when you're an employee, you've got these great ideas, but we don't know certain sides of things that have big consequences in the future, like 2 weeks down the road. Sometimes as employees we don't know that. Respectful is a nice easy one. You want to be treated the way people treat you, obviously, and you want to actually respect the fact that everyone's got a different, everyone comes from different cultures, different backgrounds, and they run off different work ethics as well. So you want to try to respect that to the point of understanding, okay, I can motivate this person this way, but I can't motivate this person because it's disrespectful in some regard, whether it be cultural or not. Safety, another good one, a very good one, especially for my industry in civil earthworks and construction. Safety, back in the day, well before I was even born, safety wasn't even existent, and many people lost their lives because of it. Civil earthworks, we're working with big machines, big blind spots, and if you disrespect them and you don't use them correctly, they can hurt people. And if you don't have controls in place to keep people out of the areas and stuff like that, you can hurt people. So safety, as a leader, you have to own that, and you actually honestly want to send the people home the same way they turned up at work. Honesty, you want to be honest, whether it be what you're talking about as a leader. So obviously, don't give them one direction and then you do something completely different. You want to be honest in the fact of do as I say, not as I do. You know what I mean? You don't want that. But you want to be honest on your feedback as well. If you've got an employee that is quite not where they're meant to be on the level, actually have that proactive conversation with them and try to actually find out how can we get you up there, how can we get that, how can we get you empowered and motivated to actually enjoy it, come to work and enjoy what you're doing and stuff. Intrinsic is being bold enough to just obviously changing ways within yourself to actually improve and better yourself so you can actually be a better leader in the future. And being, I don't know if it's entirely intrinsic, but actually acknowledging the fact that if you do make a blunder in any way, look into that a little bit more and work out how can I prevent that in the future and how can I improve as a person better, or as a leader better, I should say. And a very good one at the very end, patient. Patient is a good one, because you want to be patient within your communication pretty much at all times, the best you possibly can, because at the end of the day, you want to have that assertive and direct communication style, but you don't want to be yelling at people. You don't want to be talking at people or down to people, because at the end of the day, if you drop on the ball on air and you're not patient and you're talking to people poorly, you're not going to get the right information over. So you're going to struggle to get people that have a full understanding of the task at hand. Their energy is going to drop in the arse as well, because they're thinking, well, why bother? Because I'm getting treated like shit. And their attitude will be, that could be poor as well. I'm not talking about everyone. There's a lot of people that I've experienced that, if say, out of the very few leaders that I work with that have been a very negative and very toxic people, they can still look above that and they can still come and put in the energy and put in the positive attitude because they're not going to let anyone influence their day. But I've also witnessed people that just, it destroys their day and they do lose the energy, they do lose their attitude and they just don't want to be there. And that's kind of what you don't want in your team environment. And it comes down to leadership. It comes down to leadership. So when, as a team, when everything's going good, you've got to pass on those accolades to your team. When everything's going bad and the team's failing, the responsibility is on you. It's your fault why it's failing. And you've got to ask yourself, how can I get these group of people to succeed and how do we get it going? So I wanted to bring that up because just obviously for the fact that for the people probably coming into leadership, to maybe possibly look into that a little bit because great leaders will have people that will just follow them. And if you want to be a good leader, that's kind of where you want to be. You going. You want to have that crew of people that just love working with you. And also for the fact that when I was in the leadership role, I made blunders in it, and I achieved this when I didn't desire to do that. My work ethic wanted much more, but I just missed the mark on a few things here, and that comes with time, training, doing the courses, and actually hands-on experience because everyone's different. Everyone is uniquely different, and we all operate differently. We all, you have to, as a leader, you have to really work out how to motivate all these different people different ways to some degree. So I wanted to share that because as a team, we're a link in the chain. As leadership, they're a link in the chain, just the same as the company's assets, whether we plant machinery, they're a link in the chain. The policies and procedures in companies, they're also links in the chain. And like the saying goes, it's only as strong as the weakest link. So, great leaders. And I wanted to leave it at that, but hopefully that's been helpful in some ways, and hopefully, even if it's only one thing that you can look at and go, shit, I can improve on that, or something like that. I think I've hit the mark a little bit, but yeah, feel free to leave a comment if needs be. Subscribe, because I'm going to do plenty more videos, a few more on leadership that I find are important, and also a lot more within civil earthworks, within plant operations, and stuff that I've experienced myself, and lessons learned that I've learned in the industry to try to prevent mistakes like that for people coming in the industry, so you can come in and enjoy it. So, thanks for your time.